folks, I'm Will. This is Our UFO and ET Continuum. I want to show you some footage that I shot yesterday morning, June 1st, 2015. An object, apparently an aviation navigational beacon, appears to go off about 5 times from out of nowhere right in the middle of the screen. I'm going to show you full screen, raw video. I'll be back with you in about 60 seconds. Yeah, on the surface it looks a bit sketchy. It looks very similar to an aviation strobe that might be going off. The fact that it appears in the middle of the screen without previously being seen leads me to believe it might be something else. What you're looking at now is 25% speed reduction, still raw video. I've got it zoomed to about 2 power within the video editor. The object is going to appear at the top first. There we go. There may be some associated lights and whatnot. Whenever you zoom in and the pixelization starts, you're not quite sure what you're getting. Again, you just saw another big flash there. And are there smaller artifacts or smaller details? This is raw footage. I didn't really do anything with it. When they're this big and dramatic, I really don't need to mess with them too much. Very easy to see. The times between the flashes too are a bit sporadic. As I'm going to show you here in a second, it does appear to be traveling in a straight line. That was essentially the last that we're going to see of that. So I have a friend, known him for a short time. His name is Gary Travis, and he is a commercial pilot. He has been up in the air a long time. He's the owner and operator of his own business called Commercial Openings. He actually was featured on the Discovery Channel in the not too distant past for a very significant UFO sighting he had himself. I asked Gary a question: if there would ever be a situation where a civilian aircraft would be flying around at night, around 4:45 a.m. when this was taken, with its navigational lights off, and turned them back on for 15 seconds. And that's about how long the event lasted, only to turn them completely off again. Gary's answer was easily predictable. There's no reason I'm aware for the nav lights to be turned off, since they are for avoiding mid-air collisions. And if someone did not want to be seen, why turn them off at all? If this was a conventional aircraft, it was very high up. Smaller aircraft are easily heard here on Manitoulin Island. We're surrounded by water in the middle of Lake Huron. It absolutely was not, as you heard earlier, something that was small and close to us. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the speed down to 25%, and I'm actually panning along in the video editor as tight as I can get on the object. This is still raw footage. This slowed way down and zoomed in on. With this view, you do get the idea that there may be some other lighting involved. I'm not seeing the bright red or bright green light that you would see associated with conventional aircraft. but there certainly are some odd things going on within the field of view we're enjoying right now. Now again, I'm panning along with the object, so the object's placement on the screen is partially due to my actions within the video editor. It's not hopping around madly like that. The object actually tracked quite a straight path, as I'll show you in a second here. What you're about to look at right now are some still frames from the raw video. I'm going to throw them up there. These are the 5 primary brightest flashes of the object displayed. As we zoom in here, once again, and I'm not sure if this is because of the compression, but the light appears to be square and not round. You certainly see the right angles there. This being the third one, this was probably the brightest of them. Again, we see a very square looking light, and if you've been watching my videos for the past few years, you've seen this before, and this is the last of them, and it's obviously the dullest. Again, this is from raw video. And I'm just going to bring this one slide up. This is a plotting of the 5 light explosions you just saw. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this video. I would really like to hear some input on this one. I want to thank Gary Travis for giving me a little bit of his time this morning, answering a question for me. Hope you enjoyed this, folks. We'll talk again real soon, I'm sure.